Thanks for joining us on the program. Let's now talk about the man Gbajabiamila, who is now the Chief of Staff to President Bola Tinubu. Gbajabiamila was born on the 25th of June 1962. Interesting, he'll be 61 in a couple of days. He is the immediate Speaker of the House of Representatives from 2019 to 2023. He went to Igbokwe College, Yaba, Lagos, Atlanta's John Marshall Law School. Let's now tell you some of the duties of the Chief of Staff. The primary duty of a Chief of Staff is to act as a principal aide and advisor to the President or Governor, as the case may be. They serve as a key liaison between the President and other government officials, political leaders, and stakeholders. Often regarded as a gatekeeper to the President, the Chief of Staff does not hold direct constitutional powers. Yet, the influence and impact of the office on decision-making processes cannot be underestimated. Now, APC chieftain Joe Igbokwe joins me now to talk more about the man Gbajabiamila. Good to have you join us on the program. Well, coming from the Chief of Staff's constituency, let us start by asking you what your reaction is, really, with your reps member now resigning to take on another job. Mr. Igbokwe, if you can hear me, I am asking about your reaction to the fact that someone representing your constituency in the House of Representatives has now resigned his appointment to take up another, this time as the Chief of Staff to Mr. President.
I can hear you. Speak. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, please, I can hear you, Mr. Igbokwe. What is your reaction to this new role that Mr. Gbajabiamila is taking up as the Chief of Staff to the President? Remember, he's just resigned as a member representing your constituency to take up this assignment.
To people like us, it's not, it's expected. It's not a surprise to us. It is expected because of the role he played during the presidential elections, and all the years he was the Speaker of the House of Representatives. You know, if you come to Surrey, where I live, and you see what he did there, then you can understand the kind of person he is. And actually needs him to be by his side to be able to do, because it's not going to do it alone. They need to get more people like that to be able to help him to accomplish his mission in Nigeria.
Well, Mr. Igbokwe, as it is, Mr. Gbajabiamila has been elected 5 different times as a federal lawmaker. Tell us more about him.
I have just told you that I live in the same constituency with him. And I know what he did there. Roads, houses, dredging canals, constructing canals, you know, and all that. So many. I can't recall. Building people, sending people to school, sending people, giving people scholarships. I can't, it's countless. Given the number of years he spent in the House of Representatives. If you come to Surrey and other parts of Lagos, not only Surrey, other part of Lagos, where you will see his indelible marks, then you will understand the kind of person he is. So I actually needed this kind of person. He's a lawyer of many years standing, so he needs that kind of person around him who understand the people, who is a man of the people,
so
to be able to work with the president to deliver more dividends of democracy. So he is good for that job.
All right, so you're saying that his impact, his representation has actually been felt by his constituents. It's
unimaginable and it's unthinkable. If you see his landmarks, his structures, what he put in place in Surrey and beyond Surrey, then you can understand this kind of person. So it's a job well deserved, and he's an honest person. Honest person, very close to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and the President actually Bola Tinubu. And he needed kind of that kind of honest, intelligent, and no-nonsense person to be around him for that critical job of chief of staff. You know, it's a kind of an inch, it's a kind of a hole that you must pass to see the president. So you get it.
Indeed, Mr. Igbokwe, and you just mentioned that he's a no-nonsense person, but then, of course, the president has announced that he's running an open-door policy, an open-door government. Do you see that no-nonsense stance of the new chief of staff, play some role in access to the president?
No, he's a very good person. He loves humanity. And he loves everybody. So I can't see a problem there. The open door policy of the president will not be circumvented. It will not be blocked. So I understand. And he understands the job very well. So there's no fear. You don't need to. Nobody needs to fear about Gbajabiamila, because he's a man of the people. He belongs to the downtrodden. It's not a bourgeois, not a bourgeoisie, So he understands the job very well.
All right, now, Mr. Igbokwe, you will agree that legislative business is different from the executive. Do you think that Mr. Gbajabiamila actually has the qualities required for this job?
I can tell you again that he has the capacity and the capability to do the job. He's not a newcomer. He has been in the corridor of power 5 consecutive times. 5 times for 20 years. So 20 years is enough for him to learn. I'm not saying that he will understand the dynamics of what it takes to be a chief of staff, but I'm sure he will learn with frightening speed. And he will, because he needs to understand the trajectory of the president, the disposition of the president, the thinking of the president, the president, reservations, and so many other things, So he has to learn, and it's not new to Achiwaju. It's not new to Achiwaju, and he's going to, I'm sure he's going to succeed. I'm sure.
All right, and then in this past administration especially, we saw the Speaker, then as Speaker of the House of Representatives, play a pivotal role in negotiations between the federal government and the labor unions like ASU and the rest of them. Do you see him take up this responsibility again in this new capacity?
You have to ask the questions again. I didn't get you initially to get the trajectory.
Okay, I'm making a reference to the roles that Mr. Gbajabiamila played as Speaker of the House of Representatives in negotiating on behalf of the federal government that before labor unions such as ASU. Do you see him function in the same capacity even as Chief of Staff to Mr. President?
I told you he's a very active person. That's something he did with the workers, is what is going to reflect in the years with Achiwaju. So he will learn fast. It's not a big deal, to negotiate with workers and then or to be the eye of the president. It's not a big deal. He will learn quickly what he has not learned before. He will learn it now. And there are people that will put him on the ground. There are people that will tell him the way to go about it. So, you see, these things, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. You just key into the job, and the system will tell you what to do. There are templates, there are rules of engagement, and he will follow it. It's not I told you he's a lawyer and he has been in the system for too long. He's not a newcomer in matters of governance. So, he's going to deal with it. But I don't want you to, let's not worry about these things. When we get to the bridge, he's going to cross it.
All right.
He's going to cross it without any trouble on the way. So he's going to make the work very easy for the president because he understands the president. He also understands the job. So it's nothing to worry about.
Well, you're close
Things will take care of itself.
Engineer Igbokwe, you are a close ally of the new Chief of Staff, and of course you can go on and on talking about him. But then his resignation from the House of Reps means that Surulere 1 federal constituency seat is now vacant in the Green Chamber. What is the politics around getting a replacement, someone to actually represent the people of that constituency in the House?
Already, I left Lagos. The this afternoon. I've seen posters of people around. I saw one poster, and that person I saw on that poster was has been Gbajabiamila's man for years. Has been one of his lieutenants, people who do one or two things. I think he's holding a position for him. I've forgotten the position he's holding for him. He's working under him. So, and I'm sure, he may get it. Another person may get it, but I can tell you it's nothing to worry about. It's nothing to worry about. We'll get a very good successor. He has people around him working on other. Out of that lot, he can pick one person. Okay?
Nothing to worry about. So how prepared is the APC to go into this contest?
In Surere.
Yes, please.
It's our game now. It's our game. You can't expect that the speaker will lose that place. You can't expect, because some of us will be in the field. You can't expect. There's no opposition there. I can tell you this for free. There's no opposition there. So it's nothing to worry about. It's APC game.
All right, Mr. Igbokwe, but one can't forget the shocker that came up on the 25th of February during the presidential election, where the APC didn't perform as expected in the Center of Excellence.
Can I get what you're saying again?
Mr. Igbokwe, I'm talking about the shocker that, the APC witnessed on the 25th of February during the presidential election, where the party did not perform as it thought it would during the polls.
In Lagos, Abi?
Yes, please,
in Lagos or across Nigeria you're talking about? Hello?
In Lagos and in some other parts of the country, talk about the Federal Capital Territory.
He won. What is that? How many people do you have here? He won the election. That's the most important thing. He was the first. Atiku was second, and the other man, came third. So, what is it? Even if you win with 10 votes, you won.
So you believe the APC is ready to go into contest to get a replacement for Surulere 1 federal constituency. Let's leave that aside and talk about the presidency. How soon do we expect Mr. President to release a list detailing members of his cabinet?
It's faint, yeah. Maybe you need to speak up a little so that I can get it.
Okay. I am asking about the presidency. How soon do you think Mr. President would announce his cabinet?
Oh, very soon. That will not take time. It won't be like the other ones, previous presidents, This one, I can tell you that the day he was going into the elections, he knew he was going to win. And he has started putting down his cabinet. So it's not something that you have to wait for 2 months or 3 months to get his cabinet. I'm sure his cabinet is ready now. He's ready to run to his destination, to hit the ground running. So it's not going to be like what we witnessed in the past. Actually, is always prepared for anything he does. He prepares for it. So I'm sure the list of his cabinet members is on his table. He will not take that for granted. He's not going to waste anybody's time. He understands the game very well. And he plans from day one. He knew he's going to be president, and he has started planning for it even before the elections proper. I can tell you this for free. What people like us, all our interviews and every other thing that we have done before the elections, we know that he's going to win. And you plan ahead of time. If you are sure that you're going to win, you would have started putting things in place, structures in place. And I'm sure that's what he has done. It's not going to take long ago. It's not going to be like what we had in 2015 after the election. We have to wait for a long time for the ministers to come. It's not going to be. I can tell you that for free.
Nigerians look forward to the release of that list to know who actually works with the president in this administration. Chieftain of the All Progressives Congress, Igbokwe, thank you for talking to us on the program. That's our program today. Thank you for watching. Do watch a repeat broadcast at midnight and at 6 a.m. tomorrow. I am Abosedi Adene Wadiremi.